Screen echoes from the valley, telling the African story.
The travails of widows in sub-Saharan Africa is usually compounded by imbalanced cultures and social policies that disfavor women. In Zambia, where customary rights do not support land inheritance for widows, couples make fewer productive investments in their land. Research in Mali shows that children of widowed mothers have worse health issues and are less likely to be enrolled in school. This has been the fate of Azala Zani, a young Nigerian widow and mother of 6 girls, who has found it difficult to send her children to school.
These children, 6 children now. First one is one see admission University of Abuja. Kai, where this girl see admission? So I because when I finish secondary school, I tell her say my hand no dey. Why? Because I no strong for this university where you won't go. Because he won't write, I say make you no write, I no get. And he still go write, he disturb me, I give am the money. And as result he come good. And as his result good, I say to as his result good now, the next level now money. I call their family father. I say to see this girl, I can't leave the girl. Say make only me they control this girl. The girl now see admission, and I carry the girl from home. I go with am. I say look at this girl, you see admission. He say me wey I no get leg, my pikin wan go school, me I agree make go do am. I go my family, I say to look at this girl, her condition be make una help me out. This girl now he can't sleep again, he can't eat, and her body dey overhot, and he tell me say he must go school. Then send message say I should come and pay her registration 30,000. I say top we will not get anything, so I try where I waka borrow money, I go pay that one. This following second week they still send message I should come and pay the school fees. They will resume immediately, and this school fees getting to 60,000 naira. From there when I find for your own, he can't enter the school, and that credit till now is still there for my hand. I don't have rest of mine. The second, the one wey follow him, that one he there for SS3 now. SS3 no way to write WAEC and NECO. As I go to school, I go back. Let him write to WAEC. Make I know say that one come don't finish. Later I can bring the money, then pursue me come outside. I ask how much the money. He say na 45,000 naira. I look up and down. I say your sister dey there now. They call me say mommy, kai life you don tire am o. If they write the exam her eye dey turn. I say girl, can I kill myself? Now you say you won't go school, and me no matter how the thing be, you must go school.
Where widows suffer, societies at large suffer as well. Therefore, the fate of widows in African societies depend largely on the willingness of African countries to invest in their most vulnerable people. This was the driving force for Dr. Jumai when she chose the path of humanitarianism and to establish the Helpline Foundation in 2003.
Remember very well in this country, people finish from the university, they roam the street for years, except if you know somebody up there that can enable you get a job. I didn't have that experience. Immediately I finished, Hilton where I serve also employed me, but I was looking forward to have a more secure job with government, and the CDS gave me the opportunity. That was why I continued with the exercise informally from 1998, visiting some communities, particularly the orphanage homes, and sometimes we go to prison to also minister to people in the prison. So it was, I could say that it was the NYC Honors Award I got that motivated me to continue with what I was doing as a corper until in 2003 we registered the foundation, and we've been working since that time to ensure that we give our little to those who we are better than. Because no matter how poor you are, there's somebody that you're richer than. No matter how little you think you have, the little you have can go a long way in helping some other people. So I didn't wait for when I would say they have so much, because you can never have so much as an individual. It's just for you to have the heart to see how you can reach out to people.
With the realization that with proper education for the girl child, African women can be shielded from the threats of poverty, Dr. Jumai drives her support down to the roots, spearheading a project for the girl child.
Voice of the Girls Parliament is one platform we've created for them to start interacting with women who are accomplished in society. Every year, particularly during the International Day of the Girl Child, we bring them out. We bring we bring women from the media, medical profession, from the engineering sector, architecture, to come and talk to them. They talk to them, and we have a mentorship program also, that after talking to these women on that particular day, we link them up. You have somebody that is like your role model. Whatever this person is, you can be more. We always put that in their head, that whatever you think this person that has spoken to you today is, you can be much more than that person. So that we have been doing. And the girls last year, during the COVID-19, they were able to come up with their story. And we published the book, My COVID-19 Story. And what we discovered from that publication is really, really mind-blowing. So many of these girls went through hell. And that was even confirmed by the reports and the research that we saw during this pandemic. Because the long stay at home gave rise to many negative developments in homes. You find some of these girls that were sexually assaulted by people whom they trusted in their houses. One of the accounts read was the fact that she said because the father became so frustrated, he even had to send them out of the house. So these are what these girls go through. And we try to make them understand that no matter what it is that you're going through, with determination, and for you to see a lady whom you have noticed or you have observed to be accomplished, she has her stories. I will also ensure that each time we bring them out, I tell them my story of what I've been through. The woman whom they are seeing on television to be very, very flamboyant and accomplished, you also come to tell them their story. So they will now compare what they are going through now and what we went through, and they will discover that what they are going through is even better, which means they are going to be much better than what we are today.
Being a woman of her words, Dr. Jumai Amado's philanthropy has not gone without evidences and testimonies. Widows whose children have greatly benefited from her empowerment schemes are filled with nothing short of gratitude.
I thank Dr. Jumai that they support my baby daughter for the school. The time that he write to her jam, now she help her bring the money where he take write the jam. So Dr. Jumai said to anyone that he make her result, he must sponsor the girl.
She paid my children's school fees. Sometimes if they used to go this the Gariki for Jumai, Dr. Jumai, the program, he used to take me there. They assist us with the food, everything. I thank God one of my daughter is graduated by a helpline. Because when they give me the loan, I used to pay his school fees. I thank God he's finished university now. No job for her. If I say she have job, all these ones, they will help me to train them.
Helpline Foundation has also empowered my youth with clipper, with hairdressing salon, with sewing machine. Even though during the COVID-19, the clipper boy has left, one of our tailor has relocated to village. We still have the salon lady doing very well. The lady graduated, no job, so she went to learn tailoring, and Helpline Foundation assisted her with sewing machine. She's also doing fine.
Motivated by an enormous passion for women and the girl child, Dr. Jumai, through Helpline Foundation, is braced to do even much more in raising noble girls who will grow to becoming self-sufficient women.
We encourage them to look within their environment to see what they can learn. You can learn tailoring, you can learn computer, you can become a computer analyst, and also encourage them to go to those fields that in the past we thought were exclusively for men. Because when we are growing up, we saw engineering, architecture, and all this, even in some cases medical field, to be what the men should do, particularly engineering and architecture, because of the rigorous nature of this profession. So we let them understand that anything a man can do, you can do it even better, because the effort a man can put into do something as a woman, you have so many other things that you have to do, and you're expected to accomplish that same thing that this man who just wake up in the morning take his bath and go to the office. You as a woman, you have to look after your children, take them to school, go to the office and still do the same work that this man is doing. So if you compare, women have more strength and resilience. It's just for us to have the opportunity and allow to express ourselves well.
Screen echoes from the valley, telling the African story.
When I go to pay my children school fees for government school, I get 2 people of school fees. I no have 1 person the money. So now I can't think go back. I said the children were there private school before or enter government school, both the money to pay can't hard me. And I begin to shed tears. So the one woman, Yoruba woman, from the modern primary school, she called me, say, "Madam, what happened?" I no fit talk. Then my son come talk, say he lost his father. So the woman say, "Don't worry, he go join me with people where they help person, a widow." Then now I take locate the place. The first day when I go, then give me the sewing machine. Before then, I get 2 machines they used before. Then thief come break my shop. 2 of my head of machine. The thief carry the 2 of head of machine. I don't have anything again. I say my hope don't finish. So as they give me the sewing machine, I use and work. Come save money. Come buy this one second hand. Because as the thief leave the leg for me, now let the head they take. I can't buy the second hand of the machine. Then I get 2 apprentices where they work with me by then. So as I bought this machine, they do wonderful thing for me for my life. From there, as I joined them, I never regret.
Many women become financially incapacitated at the death of their spouses. As a way of empowering affected widows, Dr. Juma initiated a non-profit revolving loan scheme for the support and sustenance of widows in her locality.
Woman that we just rescued from, she was at the verge of committing suicide when I was called in my official work capacity because the call center received complaints from the public. Somebody called me on a Friday and said there's a woman that is at one of the bridge in Gokola that wanted to commit suicide. I begged the woman. The time was already past office hours, and I begged her to please see what she can do and keep her till Monday. So they came. I asked what happened. The woman said she has 5 girls. Number 1 problem. The secondly, her husband took a loan from one of these local lending offices in their community. Then 2 weeks into the business, because he took the loan to get this bike to do Okada, like they normally calls it there. 2 weeks into his operation, armed robbers attacked him. He was taken to the hospital. He eventually died. But because of this, the local lending houses don't want to know what happened. They said she must pay. So she borrowed money from A to pay B, borrowed from B to pay C in that order. So she got to the brink. She couldn't go anywhere to borrow again. They were coming to after her. At a point, they even came and packed everything from her house, which was still not enough. So she said the person, meanwhile, because she has just girls, her in-laws abandoned them. So she had no help. So she now came. How much was the total money? It was less than 200,000. So I rallied around people. Some few friends in the office gave me money. We paid off what she was owing, and we gave her little money extra to start business. And by the time you see this woman's picture before she met us and what she is doing today, you know that there's a great lot of difference. She was able to put the money we gave her into good use, and that was what gave birth to the non-profit revolving loan scheme that we are doing, because these women collect these loans from these people. They will collect 20,000 naira every week. They will be paying to 2,000 or 1,000 naira, and until you are able to pay this 20,000 naira complete, you still be owing them. Which is why we now said, if these women are even responsible enough to be paying back their loan, why can't we just put them in a cluster and give them this non-profit revolving loan scheme? It was from these 2 accounts that we have that made us to start the non-profit revolving loan scheme. We give them this money, they only pay back what they collected, so that another woman will take. So the money we sow into a particular cluster is for that cluster to revolve and see how they can grow.
As my situation, the worst, I cry go meet mommy. Mommy, help me with that people. There, that time, then give us load 20,000. If you come to me and say, come out me for shame, till today. I thank God. As today what I did now, the 20,000 carry me come out for plate to wash. As me and you they talk now, that's why I cry. Meet person, that my 20,000. The person add money for me. Now be the engine. Why they survive my life till today. I know if you say in a month I fit get 20,000. Be say I know because na inside and they do one contribution and I dey feed myself and my children.
Anything food, she used to help me with it. She used to give me loan. That is empowerment. At the help of that money now, when I drop it inside this thing, no, if God want to help you, yes, and if you have a little something, it can raise you. That's how it is.
Not only has Helpline Foundation been instrumental in alleviating poverty amongst downtrodden widows, it partners with smaller support groups with similar mission. And with this, more people have been positively reached.
I'm the founder of Kadi Peace Foundation for orphans and widows here in Gwagwalada FCT. The foundation is founded year 2015. I came to know Dr. Jumai Amadu of Helpline Foundation year 2018. Alhaji Dr. Adamu Gwari, the now director for DSS, introduced me to her when one of my widows, out of frustration, decided to take her life by taking otapia. To God be the glory. Dr. Jumai interviewed her after getting to know all her ordain. Out of her passion for widows, she made available 200,000 naira to offset Aisha's debts and resettled her.
Some women from my area, they say, mommy favor, your life no be like this before, but now your life better. Where you they go, where things they easy for you, then they disturb me, say make I carry them down to the place. You understand? They say make I help them, but I say to the help is not my hand unless they tell us say bring person before I go fee carry una go.
Screen echoes from the valley, telling the African story.
With a far-reaching goal to extending her services to attracting support from international bodies like the United Nations, Dr. Jumai collaborates with other international organizations like ECHO's Africa Initiative and ECHOSOC, with which a number of projects have been embarked on both in the past and in recent times.
We've had series of program for them. We, in collaboration with ECHO's initiative, we've come up with the African Women Conference, which we aim to see how we can bring women from all over Africa together, because we have a peculiar problem. We go outside the continent for conferences, but the solutions they give us, they are not our homegrown solution. It's difficult for us to come back and apply the kind of solutions that a woman in the US can use to suit her situation. Back there, divorce is celebrated, but here is not celebrated, for example. So we just decided with my partner, Ife, to see how we can come together with some other African women to see how we can look inward to develop our homegrown problem, to come back so that we can practically see how we can make these solutions realizable. So that was what gave birth to African Women Conference. And outside that, we now also have at the foundation level now, we have the Girl Realize Your Potential series that we used to do, which also gave birth to the Voice of the Girls Parliament. All these are the offshoot of ideas that came from the African Women Conference. So we came home so that we can apply them. And that gave birth to the Girl Realize Your Potential project and the Voice of the Girls Parliament, where these girls in their local communities and school identify girls who are having some form of problems or the other, because a girl that her mother is always out there, particularly the lower the lower class people. She's always out there struggling to see what she can bring home in the evening. She doesn't know what is happening to her girl child during the day. And when she comes back from where she has gone to, the girl may not have the opportunity to even talk to her mother because the woman will come back fatigued. All she's after is to eat and sleep for the next day job. So these girls across the FCT and part of Nasarawa and Niger State are out there to let us know what is happening. When they bring to our attention, we'll see how we can solve these problems. They also give them start-up capital because surprisingly, what they need is very, very little for them to start these businesses. A woman came to testify last week when we had one Richard program. We trained her in Isa making liquid soap and liquid soap. She went and learned bleach and we gave her just 5,000 naira to buy the ingredient that she needs. She went and learned bleach. Now, she supplied these materials to schools in her local community. I also tell them that they shouldn't look beyond their community. Whatever they are doing is what can satisfy their immediate community. And that they have been doing, and it has been working well for them so far. Our aim is to just go to the global stage. Thankfully, now we are already in a consultative status with ECOSOC. So we are hoping that tomorrow will be called to come and address the United Nations to tell them what we are doing and how they can come here to practically help. Because like we said during this year, International Women's Day, it is not enough for us to be holding conferences every year because these rural women does not believe, they don't even understand what you're discussing at that level. They want something practical. How can you come and teach me how to make something? It's better than the conferences that we are holding. Let's start having a change, a shift in how we are trying to assist these women. They want practical. They want something practical. Come to their community, identify their needs and solve that solution to them while you go ahead with your conferences. But conferences is not the solution for us to really help bring them out of their poverty line.
And with all these achievements and more in the offing, the Helpline Foundation seems unstoppable in her quest to raising women from zeros to heroes and making the world a better habitation for the vulnerable.
As far as I have my breath in me, and as far as I continue to have the support of friends and family, and I also want to thank the team that I have. Everybody in the team, they are working on a voluntary basis because they believe in the vision and the dream. And it's about humanity. So for as long as we live, we'll keep doing our best, knowing fully well that we are just contributing our little quota from our own little corner. So there's a very big space. And with collaboration, I talked about collaborating with ECHO's Africa Initiative. So more of those such collaboration is what will keep us going.
What else can we tell Helpline than to pray that God will promote, uplift, and protect that foundation and the family for us. They have actually touched most of my widows and the orphans.
My prayer for them, as they help us like this, we go help their family. They no go be like a widow as we be, in Jesus' name.
Dr. Jumai Amadou, whose joy and sense of fulfillment rests in putting smiles on the faces of the downtrodden in the society, is an African woman worthy of recognition and emulation.
When I see the smile, you come to me looking gloomy and you say, God bless you. No matter how little it is, I've been able to do something. You just say, God bless you. I look forward to such opportunities so long as I have the means of solving that problem at time. So I'm happy with the satisfaction I always see in their faces, the expression. I believe in the strength and the resilience of the African woman. The only thing that we need is support from everybody to enable us achieve our potentials.